What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Pizza Time Chronicles. It's time to get lost in the pizza sauce. We are back after like 3 years. I don't even know how long it's been since the last episode. I don't know if anybody's even paying attention, but everybody, we are back. We have a very special guest today. I said if we're going to come back, we're going to go this episode. Everybody, my friend, the GOAT himself, Lamarr Womble. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. And everyone's paying attention. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter if you can grab their attention because everyone's giving it. It's just a matter if you can grab it. That's the difference.
Exactly. And if I can't get someone's attention while wearing a Kango hat and a pizza hoodie, then I don't know what's possible.
100%.
Everyone. Oh, but everybody, we got a great episode today. Lamarr, let the people know who you are.
Yeah. What up, people? My name is Lamarr Womble. I am a father, partner. I'm a speaker. I'm a life coach, and overall advocate for young people and all people to uh, live their life as happy as they possibly can and to live their passions out and their dreams out every single day or be working towards those things. Yeah, so that's what I do, who I am, and what I represent. I think, yeah, that's it, bro. That's what I want to say.
Lamarr is an absolute wonderful speaker. I had the pleasure working with him many times, and he absolutely kills it every time that I see him. He is, again, that's why I call him the GOAT. I think I call everybody the GOAT, but him is something special. He's definitely someone who does advocate for the youth. So definitely, if I will make sure to share his information for anyone who's contacting and booking speakers for all my colleges and high schools out there. He's the one. He is him. So if you're looking for someone, book Lamarr.
And also, if you're also looking for someone, you need to contact Gio Negron Garcia as well, because my man can throw it down, lay it down, and inspire the youngins and the old ends as well.
Yes. So make sure, but I will not be wearing this, I promise you, unless you pay me to wear it. Then we could talk about it. All right, everybody. So let's get down into it. Today we are talking about passion, passion, passion.
Sure.
Lamarr, tell me, what does passion mean to you?
Um, I'll give you the definition of the word passion, and then I will give you a practical, uh, societal view of what passion is. So, the definition of the word passion in the dictionary talks about an emotion of feeling very strongly about a person, place, thing, job, activity, career, um, that causes you to have like really intense emotions towards those things. And so, for me, the reason I started my company and started talking about passion and named it Passion for Leadership is because what I found was is that I was not somebody who uh, cared more so about titles and like wanted to do things that progress my career and based on how it looks. But I made decisions starting from a young age and not realizing it based on how I felt. And if I was connected to the things that I was doing emotionally from a passion standpoint, then I was going to be more willing to go 100, 105, 110% and give it my all to accomplish that goal or to, make that team or to get after, make a certain amount of money, right? And so, and a practical example of like what passion can look like in your life is the one I use in my speeches, which is, when you go to bed at night and there's something that you have the next day that you're super excited about, you're pumped up about it, you're so excited about it, like goosebumps about it, like your heart's pumping about it, and you go to bed that night, and what happens?
You get up.
Usually you go to bed and you have something the next day you're super hyped for. What happens, G? I'm asking you.
Oh no, you get hyped up. You're ready to go. You
Yeah,
get
but
up.
when you go to bed that night and you're hyped up the night before the day you got to do something, what happens when you go to bed?
You can't sleep.
You can't sleep, right? And so passion is the feelings of what it feels like the night before you have to go do something big that you're hyped to do. and they can be nervous emotions and they can be positive ones, but they're all emotions nonetheless. And so whatever gives you the night before feeling is where you might be able to find and identify things that you're passionate about, things that you care about, things that make you feel uncomfortable, but things that can also lead you to your greatest success and happiness as well.
And that's wonderful. I think one of the greatest examples I use is the alarm clock. I mean, a lot of people get up before their alarm clock if you're passionate about something. You
Yep.
know, once you're passionate about something, that's just a feeling that gets you going at any time. Like when you need that energy, you're feeling down, that passion goes and goes through your veins. You're feeling different. You feel like whatever you want to feel like, that's what passion feels like. What you really want to be, that's what passion should feel like. Um, and I think with passion, do you feel, because I know passion usually correlates with purpose. Usually do you think people get the two confused when they're going?
Um, Yeah, I mean, you could easily get them get confused. I think that they are part of each other. But no matter where you're looking at it from, I look at most of my speeches are coming from a passion perspective, and so I think purpose is a part of passion. But if you're teaching purpose, then passion is a part of purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So I definitely think they're brother and sister or cousins or however you want to relate them. But I think that people do get them concerned, confused. I think passion specifically is um, the motivation, the inspiration, the inkling to take action, and I think purpose is the deep seated reason why you feel like you should do something.
exactly. It's the why. I mean, that's why I think some people, when they chase their purpose, they presume that's their passion, but really they're just going after their why they're doing it, but they haven't fully understand their capabilities of what their passion is and what
Right.
their
Well,
passion.
and to your point, what I teach is like I don't know if a lot of people know what their purpose is, but I think it's a little bit more tangible to teach passion. And the reason I teach passion is you can link it to so many things pretty easily. And purpose is very fluffy and like it just kind of feels like it's floating in the air, even though people know, like at some level, like I want to help people. Well, people know they want to help people. They feel like that's purposeful to them, but they don't really know what how and what how they want to help people. And passion allows you to kind of start having those conversations to figure out, okay, what is it that actually draws me in emotionally that I want to help people doing? And that's why I teach passion to young people more than I do to adults and professionals, even though we all need it. And I do teach it to adults and professionals as well, but I teach it to you young people specifically because they're in mostly discovery phase of their life where they're learning themselves and they're learning about the world. And if I can infuse the mindset of like using your passion to go after your life goals and dreams, then me, in my experience, you'll be better off in life collectively.
And with passion, I do want to continue on with that topic. What recommendations can you give someone who says this quote, I don't know what I'm passionate about?
Great. My favorite quote in response to that question, Gio, is or statement is exposure is the birthplace of possibility. And what that means is if you are uncertain what you are passionate about, that means you need to go try, taste, experience as many different things as you possibly can and find out what draws you in and what makes you feel good while you're doing it. And then if you feel a spark, then go do more of that. And so that's really what I try to tell people is like, if you're unsure, go try as many things as you possibly can to see what taps in. But the reality is, no one is walking through this life with no interest. No one is walking through this life with things that they're not interested in or that they're not that they don't want to try. And so there's a step back behind that, which might be blocking people from actually seeing the things that they really do love and care about. And that's just called fear. They're scared to go there. And so how do you unlock that mental block before then they can see what they're passionate about because there's something else they're holding them back because most folks know if they love care about something. If you're willing to admit it publicly and to your friends is another thing.
And how do you feel about certain individuals who try to pull people back from their passion, because there's a lot of people out there that they know what they're good at. They figured it out. They know they're passionate, but there's always that one voice. There's always that one person be like, you need to focus on what's really important. How do you feel about those situations and those
Well,
type of
just
people? Yeah.
yeah, it just depends. Like that's why you also got to know your values. And one thing for me, Gio, is when I started talking about passion, I started talking about that because that was my experience, and it felt organic and it felt real to me in 2005, 6, 7, 8 when I started my business. And since then, I have evolved in how I talk to young people. So passion is really the second tier on my triangle of development. It's the second thing. The first thing is mindset. How you discover more about yourself so you're confident. And when someone is trying to tell you that you shouldn't do something, that you have the confidence to not only say, well, no, this is who I am. That's why I'm doing this, but that I'm also going to go after my dream no matter what you say, because I'm confident in what my values are and who I am. And I've worked through my emotional, mental, or relationship setbacks to where I'm not going to let somebody dictate to me what I should or should not do. And that takes time and maturity as well.
And I think that's wonderful that you work with young people, because I feel like young people are sponges. They want to take this all in. They want to be able to explore. They feel more obligated to expose themselves, um, social networking wise, and as well as networking in person and being able to, work with each other, and not only work with each other, but what they're exposed to now. I mean, TikTok for a lot of people just get passionate after just being on TikTok for hours. I'm one of them. Finding the ideas and just following through. I know right now it's a different time. I know with young people, because things are always evolving with the
Yeah.
newer generations. But I think the beautiful thing is that young people are more self-aware now, and more than ever before. And when it comes to figuring out their passion, it's like it's on the tip of the tongue. Like they're there. It's
Yeah.
just building the confidence. And I feel like you do a wonderful job with that.
We certainly live in a world where more people are, I think, focused and willing to go after passions and dreams. And I think you're right. Social media does help because it's like it does open up this world of like what is possible out here. You see some wild stuff on the internet and you're like, oh, I want to do that. I want to go there. I want to be a part of that. And so I do think it's inspiring dreaming in a way that a generation's past has never. But I will say this too, there's also the challenging part of the social media that is kind of preventing kids from moving forward. So, a while back, one of my favorite marketing and speaking people is Gary Vaynerchuk. So I listen to a lot of his stuff on Instagram, and he says a lot of inspiring things. And there was a young kid that commented or that had a video with him. They met at this conference somewhere, and this kid was saying like, "I don't know what I'm passionate about," and Gary was just kind of like, "You just got to try things out, man." And so I commented on this video, and I was like, "Yo, man, I've got like a workbook that you can do. If you don't think you know what you're passionate about, then you need to do this workbook and like go through these exercises and think deeply about who you are and what you want." And I sent it to him, and he looks through it and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he's like, I don't know if this is going to help me find my passion." I'm like, okay. So so basically he wants to be able to start a business and just do something without actually knowing what he wants to do. And so I feel like he was responding to like the speed that is necessary to like get from where you are to success that the internet and the social media kind of forces you to have. Instead of spending time like, let me discover more about myself, he's like, this is not going to help me. He wants like an idea, someone to like give him an idea so he can run with it. And like to each their own, that's fine. But don't classify that as you looking for your passion. You're looking for a business idea that you can just go work and go do. That's fine. You don't want to find your passion because I know how to help you find your passion. And you just told me that's not what you want. Right.
Right. Right, right. And Lamarr, we're closing up here. We usually, everybody, make sure you do rewind and you do take in these gems. There was a lot discussed today. And once again, I think once this video is posted, Lamarr's information will be posted. Make sure you do contact him in regards to anything, booking him or getting access to that workbook. He does a lot. He does a lot for the youth, and he's very inspiring. And he has inspired me because I met him when I was in high school, and now we're working together. So it does go full circle. It does not say anything about his age. I promise you. He is a young, bright man.
And can I add real quick, Gio? I just
Yeah.
want to add, how can you find your passion? Just so that it's on the record. 4 ways I teach young people and all people to find their passion. So number one, what is it that you love to do? Right now in this moment, what do you love to do? Something that you would respond with might be something that you're passionate about. That's number one. Number two, what is your competitive advantage? What is it that you do better than anybody else? What natural skill do you just have that was God given? You could call it a gift, whatever, right? But what God given talent, natural talent, do you have to do effortlessly that you just do well? That might be something that you're passionate about. Number three, what would you do for free for the rest of your life? Someone would not have to pay you a cent to do this 1 or 2 things because you just love doing it so much. That's number three. Number four, what is your emotional connection, right? So, what are the things that make you very happy or very sad or angry that kind of force you to take action, right? So, when you look into the world, what are the things that are happening that are like, you know what, that's really cool. I want to go contribute to that and help that get better. Or what are the things that make you sad or angry? And you're like, man, this sucks. This should not be happening this way. I want to go make this better. What are those things? Free, competitive advantage. What do you love? Emotional connection. Those are your 4 ways that you can go find your passion.
Amazing. And Lamarr, before we close out today, I have to ask you, is New York pizza the best pizza of all time?
Not even close.
Wow.
Oh, people gonna hate me for saying that, Gio, but I don't think so.
Well, you heard it here. He's from New York. So everybody, wow, we gotta have some controversy for the first episode back.
Overrated, bro. It's
See, this is
overrated.
why you watch to the end, everybody.
Exactly.
But everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We got way more great episodes. Next episode will be Sam Brown. He will be joining the
Hey,
Pizza Time Chronicle stage. Yes, he is coming onto the Pizza Chronicle stage. Everybody, make sure you continue to follow us, and we will be back for more. Enjoy, everybody.